Hello friends, now we'll start the chapter number 2, functions. In this video, I will explain function, domain, codomain, range, types of function, 1-1 and on-to functions, representation of function, evaluation of function, fundamental types of function, some special functions, and all the solved examples in a very simple language. Also, the exercise 2.1, all the problems. So, this video will take more time to complete all the questions and all the main points. नमस्ते विद्यार्थी मित्रो, या व्हिडिओमध्ये मी तुम्हाला फंक्शन चॅप्टर शिकवणार आहे आणि त्यामधले महत्त्वाचे मुद्दे म्हणजे फंक्शन डोमेन, कोडोमेन, रेंज, टाइप्स ऑफ फंक्शन, 1-1 and on-to functions, representation of functions, evaluation of functions, fundamental types of functions, some special functions. ही सर्व थिअरी झाल्यानंतर सर्व सॉल्ड एक्झाम्पल्स आणि त्याच नंतर एक्सरसाइज 2.1 शिकवणार आहे. त्यासाठी हा मोठा व्हिडिओ असणार आहे. तर चला तर सुरू करूया. चॅप्टर नंबर 2, फंक्शन्स. ओके, नाउ लेट्स लर्न. फर्स्ट द डेफिनेशन ऑफ अ फंक्शन. काय डेफिनेशन ऑफ फंक्शन? A function f from set A to set B is a relation which associates each element x in A to a unique exactly element y in B. Okay, x मधला एक जर एलिमेंट घेतला तो b मधल्या एकाच एलिमेंटशी रिलेटेड असतो. ओके, then the element y is expressed as y is equals to f of x. That is, y is a image of x under f. If such a function exists, then A is called the domain of f and B is called codomain of f. For example, examine the following relations which are given by arrows of line segment joining elements in A and the elements in B. Now see this, the relation is defined from the set A to the set B. आता A एलिमेंटची इमेज किती आहे तर 3 आहे, B ची इमेज देखील 3 आहे, C ची इमेज 4 आहे, D ची इमेज किती तर 2 आहे. प्रत्येक एलिमेंटला A मधल्या प्रत्येक एलिमेंटची इमेज कोणामध्ये तर B मध्ये. A मध्ये एखादा एलिमेंट आहे तो फक्त एकाच B मधल्या एकाच एलिमेंटशी रिलेटेड आहे, त्याची इमेज एकच आहे, तर त्या ठिकाणी दोन नाहीत. ओके, and therefore R1 is a well defined function. Now the next is a function is defined from the set A to the set B. That is, R2 is a relation. R2 is a relation from the set A to the set B. Image of A is 1, image of B is 2, image of C is also 2, but the image of D, there is no image of D in the set B. Okay, therefore R2 is not a function because element D in A is not associated to any element in B. Okay, and hence it is not the function. Now the next is R3a relation दाखवले आपल्याला. Okay, and here the image of A is a 1, 2, image of B is a 3, image of C is a 4, image of D is 5. पण इथे काय की image of A या दोन घेतलेले त्याच्यामध्ये, that is a 1 and 2, and therefore R3 is not the function. R3 is not a function because element A in A is associated to two element in B and hence it is not the function. Okay, now the next types of function. 1-1 or 1-to-1 or injective function. Definition. A function f is defined from A to B is said to be 1-1 if distinct element in A have distinct images in B. Okay, the condition is expressed as A is not equals to B, then images are also not equal. Means what? A मधला जर एखादा आपण एलिमेंट घेतला इथे, okay, this is the set A and this is the set B. Suppose that this is the 1. 1 belongs to this capital A and small a, small b, small c, these are belongs to, and next another elements are, okay. If the image of 1 is A and the image of 1 is also B, then this is not 1-1. Okay, this is not 1-1. पण जर समजा असं असेल की प्रत्येकाच्या यांच्या इमेजेस कशा आहेत तर त्या डिफरंट आहेत. डिफरंट एलिमेंट हॅव दी डिफरंट इमेजेस. दॅट इज one has image A, 2 has image B, and 3 has image C. Then we say that the given function is 1 to 1 or 1 1. Okay. आणि म्हणून त्याने इथे लिहिलेलं the condition is also expressed as जर A आणि B जर दोन्ही इक्वल नसतील then images are also different. Okay. And therefore the given function is said to be 1 1. Again I will repeat here definition. A function f is defined from A to B is said to be 1 1 if distinct element in A have distinct images in B. Okay. Now the next surjective or the onto function. Okay. A function f is defined from A to B is said to be onto if every element y in B is an image of some x in A. Okay. Now इथे आता आपण बी या सेटचा फर्स्ट कन्सिडरेशन करना विचार करना. ओके, दिस इज द बी सेट and the elements are here 2. Okay, and here is a 4 and 6. Okay, and the elements of the set A I will write here 1 next to and here is a 3. Okay, जर समजा असं असेल image of 1 is a 2, image of 2 is also 2. Okay, and the image of 3 is a 4. Okay, in this case, okay, in this case the 6 is not the image of any element from the set A and therefore this is not onto 6 ही कोणाचीच image नाही आहे. Therefore he says that a function f is defined from A to B is said to be onto if every element y in B is an image of some x in A. The image of A can be denoted by f of A. F of A is equals to, in curly bracket, y belongs to B such that y is equals to f of x for some x is in A. म्हणजे काय पाहिजे की B मधल्या सगळे एलिमेंट्स या A च्या इमेजेस असल्या पाहिजे. Now I will write here, suppose that this is a 2, 4 and this is a 6 and here 1, next is a 2 and here is a 3. Okay, then the image of 1 is 2, image of 2 is 4, image of 3 is a 6 and this type of a function is called the onto function as well as it is a 1 1 function. Okay, because the every element y in B is an image of some x is in A. Okay, B मधला प्रत्येक एलिमेंट हा A ची इमेज असला पाहिजे. Now we'll take the next. Okay, f of A is called the image of A. Note that a function is defined from A to B is onto if f of A is equals to B. Okay, now see this, the function f1 is defined from A to B. A has image 1, B has 2, C has 4 and D has a 3. But the 5 is not image of any element from the set A and therefore the given function is not onto. Given function is not onto. ते onto नाही आहे. Okay, but it is 1 1. ते 1 1 काय की A मधल्या प्रत्येक एलिमेंटला इमेज आहे कोणामध्ये तर B मध्ये आणि प्रत्येकाची इमेज कशी आहे तर ती डिफरंट आहे. f of A is not equals to f of B. Okay, and therefore f is 1 1 and not onto. Next, see this here. A function is defined from A to B. f2 is a function. A ची image 1, B ची 2, C ची 3, D ची 4. f2 is 1 1 and onto. Okay, आता यामध्ये काय की A मधल्या प्रत्येक एलिमेंटची इमेज आहे आणि ती इमेज कशी आहे तर डिफरंट आहे and hence it is onto. असं काही नाही की A च्या दोन दोन इमेजेस आहेत किंवा A ची इमेज 1 आहे आणि B ची पण 1 आहे असं पण नाही की प्रत्येक एलिमेंट A मध्ये जे जे एलिमेंट्स आहेत डिफरंट एलिमेंट्स हॅव द डिफरंट इमेजेस and each element have the images in B, and then we say that the given function is a 1 1. नेक्स्ट ऑन टू काय तर बी मध्ये सगळे एलिमेंट्स आपण बघितले त्या सगळ्या एलिमेंट्स दे आर द प्री इमेजेस ऑफ इन ए त्यांच्या प्री इमेजेस आहेत ए मध्ये म्हणजे 3 ची प्री इमेज किती आहे सी आहे 4 ची प्री इमेज किती आहे तर डी आहे इन दिस वे अँड हेन्स इट इज अ ऑन टू नाव द नेक्स्ट F3 हा F3 चा इथे फंक्शन बघितला ओके आता यामध्ये बघा ए ची इमेज 1 आहे बी ची इमेज किती तर 1 आहे मीन्स व्हॉट f of a is equals to f of b. f of a means what? Image of a is equals to image of b. किती आहे त्या दोघांची इमेज तर 1 आहे मग काय पाहिजे होतं की a is equals to b but a is equals to b is possible not possible and hence this given function is not 1 to 1 तो 1 to 1 नाही आता but b मधले सगळे एलिमेंटच्या इमेजेस सर्व elements they are the images of some elements in A. Okay, they have the pre-images in A. प्रत्येक एलिमेंट B मधला प्रत्येक एलिमेंट हा A या एलिमेंटशी काय झालेला आहे तर रिलेटेड झालेला आहे तिथे असा कुठलाच एकही एलिमेंट असा नाही की त्याच्याकडे arrow नाही आलेला आहे ओके therefore the given function is a onto but it is not 1 to 1 okay and as a is not equals to b, f of a is not equals to b. Therefore, f of a to b is onto. Okay. And if f of a is equals to b. Now the next. f4 हा फंक्शन ते डिफाइन केलेला आहे आता a ची इमेज किती आहे तर 2 आहे b ची पण 2 आहे therefore it is not 1 1 फर्स्ट थिंग नेक्स्ट इथे जर बघितलं तर 1 has no pre image in a 1 हा कोणाचीच इमेज नाहीये 5 पण कोणाचीच इमेज नाहीये therefore the given function is not 1 to 1 and on to also not on to f4 is a not 1 1 and not on to now the next representation of function कसा represent केला जातो now see this here output is one more than twice the input त्याला output म्हणायचं त्याला input म्हणायचं this is called the domain and this is called the range okay डोमेन म्हणजे काय सेट ऑफ द इनपुट दिस इज द सेट ऑफ इनपुट रेंज म्हणजे काय दिस इज अ सेट ऑफ आउटपुट नाउ सी दिस हियर आउटपुट हा कसा आहे 1 मोर दॅन ट्वाइस द इनपुट म्हणजे इनपुटच्या दुप्पटीपेक्षा एकाने जास्त दॅट इज 2 टाइम्स 1 मोर दॅन ट्वाइस द इनपुट 2 into 2 4 plus 1 5 3 into 2 6 plus 1 7 4 into 2 8 plus 1 9 5 into 2 10 plus 1 that is 11 okay and they are denoted by in this way the arrow diagram what about the next domain means what set of pre-images याला काय म्हटलं जातं the pre-images म्हटलं जातं and this is called the image set of images range is called the set of images now see this here the function 2 5 next 3 7 4 9 5 11 this is the function domain म्हणजे set of the first component from the order pair first component म्हणजे काय काय 3 2 3 4 5 2 3 4 5 set of second component from the order pair which are the second component 5 7 9 11 these are the second component rule or the formula what is the rule y is equals to f of x is equals to 2x plus 1 this is the rule okay where x belongs to set of natural number and the values of x lies between 1 and 6. f of x read as f of x or function of x. Now the next domain set of values of x. Range set of values of y for which f of x is defined. Now see this the tabular form. The values of x here 2, 3, 4, 5. Values of y are the 5, 7, 4, 9. These are the values of y. Domain that is the x values. Range they are the y values. And if we draw the graphical form. Now this is the x-axis and the y-axis. X is 2, y is 5, x is 3, y is 7, x is 4, y is 9, and x is 5, y is 11 in this way. This is the graph. Now the domain extend the graph of x-axis This is nothing but the domain. And what about the range? The range is the extent of the graph on the y-axis. Okay. Now the graph of a function. Graph कसा करणार? If the domain of a function is R, that is a set of real number, we can show the function by a graph in xy plane. The graph consists of points xy where y is equals to f of x. Some fundamental functions. First is a constant function, that is f is defined from R to R, given by f of x is equals to k. X belongs to set of real number, k is a constant, is called the constant function. Next, for example, f of x is equals to 3. F of x is equals to 3 means what? Here y is equals to f of x and that is equals to 3. It means that y is equals to 3. This is the line. This line is parallel to x-axis. We know that. आपल्याला माहिती आहे की y is equals to 3 ही लाईन x-axis ला कशी आहे? तर पॅरलल आहे. मग यामध्ये याचा रेंज किती येणार? तर रेंज is only 3. Y, the value of y. But what about its domain? Domain, the values of x is from minus infinity to plus infinity and this is the domain and this is the range. Range ही फक्त range म्हणजे काय? The value of the y, the value of the function. Okay, that is y is equals to 3. Now the next, identity function. Identity म्हणजे काय? एखादा फंक्शन तोच एलिमेंट जर मॅप करत असेल, means what? f of x is equals to x. Okay, that is again y is equals to f of x is equals to x. It means that y is equals to x. This is the identity function. Now here let a is equals to r. Okay, a is equals to r. The function is different from set of real number to real number where y is equals to x is shown in the graph. Okay, this is x-axis and the y-axis. Y is equals to x. Graph of y is f of x is equals to x. The values of x. Now here the points आपण जर इथे विचार केला तर 1 and 1 point मिळेल. Now second, here you will get 2 comma 2 and here is a 3 comma 3 in this way. This is the y is equals to f of x. Its domain is a minus infinity to plus infinity and the range is minus infinity to the plus infinity in this way. Now the next type of the function, linear function. Means what? The exponent of this x is 1. That is again f of x means what? Y is equals to f of x is equals to ax plus b. Okay, and here y is equals to ax plus b. This is the equation of the line. Okay. Now the for example f of x is equals to minus 2x plus 3. Sorry, here we will take here the plus. Y is equals to 2x plus 3. The graph is shown in this figure. Okay, it's a y-intercept is a 3. Okay, and this is the graph of a line y is equals to 2x plus 3. Okay. Now the next, the domain or the domain is equals to R. Its values are minus infinity to plus infinity and the range is minus infinity to the plus infinity. Okay, now the graph y is equals to ax plus b is a line having the slope means having the slope a. Okay, आपल्याला माहिती आहे की y is equals to mx plus c. This is the equation of the line having the slope m and the c is the y-intercept. Similarly, for this equation, that is y is equals to ax plus b. Here the slope is a and the y-intercept is a b in this way. Okay. The graph is increasing when the slope is positive and the graph is decreasing when the slope is negative. Okay. Now the next, quadratic function म्हणजे काय? की त्याचे polynomial function त्याचे highest power किती असणार? ते 2 असणार आहे. f of x is equals to x square plus bx plus c where a is not equals to 0. And here is the graph of that function. Again, I will write here y is equals to ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, this is the equation y is equals to x square plus bx plus c. Okay, this is the parabola. It intersect at the point hk Okay, and here its a range is means the value of y is from k to the infinity, and value of the x means what? It's a domain. Domain is minus infinity to the plus infinity, and the range म्हणजे कशी असणार? The value of the y. Value of the y इथून वरच असणार आहे म्हणजे k to the infinity, and the value of x means what? This total x-axis means minus infinity to the plus infinity. हे फक्त तुम्हाला normally लक्षात ठेवायचं आहे. Next, function of the form f of x is equals to a into x raised to n. Okay, means this type of that is a power function where n belongs to set of natural number. First, square function. Now here y is equals to f of x is equals to x square. Okay, and this is also the type of the parabola type equation is, and the values of x means what? The domain. Domain किती असेल तर minus infinity to plus infinity, and the range means what? The value of y, values of y from the 0 to infinity in this way. See this here, 0 to infinity is the range, and the domain is a minus infinity to the plus infinity. But the cube type of function f of x is equals to x cube means what? Y is equals to here x cube. Okay, and this curve intersect at the origin, and these are the points. Okay, and again for this type of the function, the domain, the values of x is from minus infinity to the plus infinity, and the range is also minus infinity to the plus infinity. Next, easy आहे ते. Okay, फक्त तुम्हाला types of the functions लक्षात ठेवायचे. Polynomial function, a function of the form, what is that? F of x is equals to a0 into x raised to n plus a1 into x raised to n minus 1 and dash dash up to the an. Okay, is a polynomial function of the degree n. a0 is not equals to 0. a0, a1, a2 and the an are the real. The graph of a general polynomial is more complicated and depends upon its individual term. For example, one thing is here shown here. F of x is equals to x cube minus 1. That's a factor scale happen. Okay, by using the factors of a cube minus b cube. Okay, and what are the factors here? In first bracket, a minus b, and in second bracket here you will have a square plus ab, and plus here is a b square. Okay, cuts the x-axis at only 1.10, which means f of x has one real root and two complex roots. Okay, now the next, note that any polynomial of the odd degree must have at least one real root, and because the complex root appear in conjugate pairs. Okay, next, rational functions means what? F of x is equals to p of x upon q of x. Here p of x and q of x are the polynomial, is called the rational function. Okay, आता तिथे एक example इथे त्याने घेतलं f of x is equals to 1 upon x, and here is the graph of this type of the function. Okay, what about its domain? Domainचा विचार केला तर इथे 0 येतं का? 0 नाही येत. Therefore this value r minus 0, this is the domain. Okay, म्हणजे काय? The set of real number मधनं 0 काढून टाकायचा, हा त्याचा अर्थ आहे. And the range means what? r minus 0 means what? The 0 सोडून सर्व set of the real number मधले elements. Okay, आणि it's clear that हा इथे 0 शी कुठेच हे graph touch होत नाही, and therefore their domain is r minus 0, range is also r minus 0. Next type of function is a function is defined from r to r plus, given by f of x is equals to a raised to x, is an exponential function with base a and the exponent x. A is not equals to 1, a is greater than 1, and x belongs to set of real number. This type of function is called the exponential function. Next, logarithmic function. A function is defined from r plus to r, defined as f of x is equals to log of x to the base a, and this type of the functions are called the logarithmic function, where a is a positive, that's a base कसा असला पाहिजे? Positive, not equals to 1, x is also positive. Okay, now see this here, one more term is that the exponential term. Suppose that a raised to b is equals to m, ओके, आता ही एक्सपोनेन्शियल टर्म आहे ते इन द फॉर्म ऑफ द एक्सपोनेन्शियल वी कॅन कन्वर्ट इन टू दी लॉगरिथमिक फॉर्म. कसा, तर हा ए इकडे येणार आणि तो लॉग फॉर्म मध्ये जाणार आणि हा बी इथे खाली येणार. ओके, and a raised to b can be written as a raised to b is equals to m can be written as in terms of the log form, that is a b is equals to log of m to the base a. Okay, and in this way b is equals to log of m to the base a. Now also this is a raised to y is equals to x. Again this can be written as in the logarithmic form, that is a y is equals to log of x to the base a. Again you can see the more examples. We know that what is that 4 raised to 2 means what, 16. This can be written in the log form, that is a 2 is equals to log of 16 to the base 4. Okay, next 5 raised to 2 is equals to 25. Again this 2 is equals to log of 25 to the base 5 in this. Okay, now the next, note that some important, that is a suppose that y is equals to log of x to the base a. It means that a raised to y is equals to x. As a raised to 0 is 1, then so that is a log of 1 to the base a is equals to 0. Okay, next a raised to 1 is equals to a, so log of a to the base a is also 1. Okay, these are the important note for you. Next, a raised to x is equals to a raised to y implies that x is equals to y. So log of x to the base a is equals to log of y to the base a is it implies that x is equals to y. And next, natural base c, that is a log of x to the base c can be written as INX, is called the natural logarithmic function. Okay, now it's a domain. That's a domain किती means what, the values of x from the 0 to infinity. Okay, and the range, आता रेंजचा विचार केला तर इथे वर पण आहे ग्राफ, खाली पण ग्राफ आहे. therefore it is a minus infinity to the plus infinity. This is the range, minus infinity to the plus infinity. And what about its domain? Domain is only from 0 to infinity. Now this is also very important, rules of logarithm. That is here, if I take the log of a into b to the base m is equals to log of a to the base m plus log of b to the base m. Next, log of a upon b to the base m is equals to log of a to the base m minus log of b to the base m. Next, log of a raised to b to the base m is equals to b times log of a to the base m. These are the important rules of logarithm. Okay, change of base formula म्हणजे काय, if a x b are the positive, a b is not equals to 1, then we can change log of x to the base a can be written as log of x to the base b upon log of a to the base b in this way. Again we can write this like this, log of x to the base a can be written as log of x to the base x upon log of a to the base x. Okay, but what is the value of log of x to the base a? हे जर दोन्ही सारखे असतील त्याची व्हॅल्यू किती तर 1, and therefore log of x to the base a is equals to 1 upon log of a to the base x. Okay, see this here, log of m to the base n, this can be written as log of n to the base n in this way. Okay, now the next, algebra of functions. If f and g are functions from x to r, then f plus g, f minus g, f into g, f upon g are defined as follows. In bracket, f plus g of x is equals to f of x plus g of x. In bracket, f minus g of x is equals to f of x minus g of x. In bracket, f into g of x is equals to f of x into g of x. F upon g of x is equals to f of x upon g of x. This is very simple. Now see this here, one more example. f of x is equals to x square plus 2, g of x is equals to 5x minus 8. Then find f plus g of 1, f minus g of minus 2, f dot g of 3m, f upon g of 0. Now see this here, f of x is equals to x square plus 2. g of x किती आहे तर 5x minus 8. तर त्यांचं addition as in bracket f plus g of x is equals to f of x plus g of x. We want to find out f plus g bracket complete of 1 is equals to f of 1 plus g of 1. Now what is the value of f of 1? f of 1 means what? This is the function. Ha function है, which is that f of x is equals to x square plus 2. Now what is the value of this f of 1? f of 1 is a 1 square plus 2, and that is equals to 3. Okay, and what is the value of g of x? Means f of g of x is equals to 5x minus 8, and the g of 1 is equals to 5 into 1 minus 8, and that is equals to minus 3. Okay, g of x is 5 into 1 minus 8, that is equals to minus 3, and overall you will get 8 minus 8, that is equals to 0. Similarly, we can find out that is the value of in bracket f minus g of x, that is equals to f of x minus g of x. Again, the f of x is equals to x square plus 2, g of x is of 5x minus 8. In bracket f minus g of minus 2, that is the f of minus 2 minus g of minus 2. At f of minus 2, replace this x by minus 2 square plus 2 plus g of x is equals to 5x minus 8. Replace this again x by minus 2, that is a 5 into minus 2 minus 8. Minus 2 square means what? 4 plus 2. 5 into minus 2, that is a minus 10 minus 8. Okay, then here you will get minus 18, minus minus that will become plus 18. 4 plus 2, that is a 6. 6 plus 18, then here you will get 24. Okay, now the next, as find the value of what is next? This is the f dot g of 3m. Okay, now see this here, f dot g bracket complete of x is equals to f of x into g of x. f of x is equals to x square plus 2, g of x is equals to 5x minus 8. f dot g bracket complete of 3m is equals to f of 3m into g of 3m. आता f of 3m ची value. What is the function f of x? X square plus 2 means what? 3m bracket square plus 2 into 5 into 3m minus 8. Now then simplify. 3m bracket square means what? 9m square plus 2. 5 into 3m means what? 15m minus 8 in this way. And there the simplification. The multiplication करना 9m square into 15m, that is a 135m cube. 9m square into minus 8, that is a minus 72m square. 2 into 15m, that is a 30m, and next is a minus 16 in this way. And hence the value of f dot g of 3m, that is equals to 135m cube minus 72m square plus 30m minus 16. Okay, now the next division. Division of f of x upon g of x. What is the function f of x? And what about its values? It's a value that x is equals to 0 ला आपल्याला त्या values find out करायचे आहेत. तर f of 0 upon g of 0. What is the value of f of 0? f of 0 means what? X is replaced by 0 करणार आहे. f of 0 is 2. And what about the g of 0? g of 0 is a minus 8. That is a 2 upon minus 8. Then you will get here minus 1 by 4. And therefore f upon g of 0 is equals to minus 1 by 4. Is that okay? Now the next type of the function. What is that? The composite function. That is function of function. F is defined from a to b, and g is defined from b to c. See this here, b and b. Okay, where f of x is equals to y, g of y is equals to z, x belongs to a, y belongs to b, z belongs to c. We define another function. H is defined from a to c such that h of x is equals to z. See this here, Puna. Once again, f is defined from a to b, g is defined from b to c, f of x is equals to y, g of y is z, and h of x that is equals to z, as h is defined from a to c. Then the function h is called the composite function of f and g, and it is denoted by GOF. Again, the h of x is replaced by GOF, is defined from a to c. Okay. Now the g of f of x is equals to g of f of x. Okay. Now see this the figure. His function is defined from, first is f is defined from a to b. Means what, f of x is equals to y. Next, g of y is z. It means that h of x is equals to z. Okay. Now we see this here, one more example. A मध्ये बघा इथे, the elements of A is 1, 2, 3, 4. Elements of B is 1, 3, 5, 7, 10. Elements of C are -2, 6, 22, 46, 97 and 100 pair. See this the function f. f कसा आहे बघा. f is defined from A to B. Okay. 1 ची image किती, तर 1 घेतलेले. Next 2 ची image is a 3. Image of 3 is a 5. Image of 4 is 7 in this way. Okay. Next, G is defined from B to C. Image of 1 is a -2. Image of 3, the image of 3, this 3 is a 6. Image of 5 is a 22. Image of 7 is a 46. Image of 10 is a 97. This is the G. Then what is the GOF? GOF कसा define करणार बघा. Image of 1 is 1, and see this here, image of 1 is -2, and therefore this 1 -2. Therefore GOF is a 1 -2. Next, image of 2 is a 3, and the image of 3 is 6. Means what? Image of 2 is a 6 under GOF. Next, image of 3 is a 5, and the image of 5 is a 22. It means that image of 3 is a 22 under the GOF. Image of 4 is 7, and the image of 7 is 46, and hence the image of 4 under the GOF is 46 in this way. Okay, now see this here. इथे तुम्ही बघू शकताय. The image of 1 is 1. This is the set A, set B, and the set C. Image of 1 is 1. Image of 1 is -2. Image of 1 is -2. Image of 2 is 3. Image of 2 is 3. Image of 3 is 6. Image of 3 is 6. Next, image of 4 is 7. Okay, sorry. Image of 3 is 5. 3 is 5. Image of 5 is 22. Okay. Next, image of 4 is 7. Image of 4 is 7. And image of 7 is 46. Okay. And next, the final is we can say here, the image of 4 is 46, image of 3 is 22, image of 2 is 6, and image of 1 is -2 in this way. Okay. Again, see this is the relation. F is equals to xy such that x belongs to A, y belongs to B, y is equals to 2x minus 1. हे जे एलिमेंट्स आहेत B चे ते कसे आहेत, ते A च्या एलिमेंटच्या 2 टाइम्स करायचं, त्यातनं 1 मायनस करायचं. That is a 2 into 1 minus 1. That is a 2 minus 1, you will get 1. Again, y is equals to 2x minus 1. What is the value of here x? If I take the value of x is 2. That is a 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 1, you will get here 3. What about the next? If I take 3, 3 into 2, 6, 6 minus 1, it's a 5. Next, if I take 4, 4 into 2, 8, 8 minus 1, then I will get here 7. And in this way, f is defined like this. Next, g is defined for the pair yz, where y belongs to b. Okay, this y belongs to b, and this z belongs to this z. In which manner? Z is equals to y square minus 3. म्हणजे y चा स्क्वेअर करायचा, त्याच्यातनं 3 मायनस करायचा. Now see this, the first element. Okay, हा y मधला एलिमेंट पहिला 1 घेतलेला आहे. 1 चा काय करणार स्क्वेअर. 1 चा स्क्वेअर किती येणार? That is a 1 minus 3. Then you will get minus 2. Next, 3 चा square किती आला 9. 9 minus 3 you will get here 6. Next, 5 चा square करायचा 25. 25 minus 3 हा z असा डिफाइन केलेला आपण. 25 minus 3 means what? 22. Next, z is equals to y square minus 3. That is a 49 minus 3. You will get 46 in this way. Again, there is one more number. 10 is not related to the set A, but 10 is related to the set C. Again, that is a 10 square minus 3. 10 square means what? 100 minus 3, and that is equals to 97. Okay, and in this way, the f is defined and the g is defined. Then, what type of this z is defined? Z is defined in this manner. See this here. Z is defined, that is z is equals to 2x minus 1 bracket square minus 3 असा त्याने z define केलेला आहे. We can verify this. Suppose if we take x is equals to 1, आपण इथे x is equals to 1 जर घेतला, 2 into 1, that's a 2. 2 minus 1, then you will get 1. 1 square means what? 1. 1 minus 2. 1 minus 3 means what? You will get minus 2. And hence, the image of this 1 is a minus 2. Again, we substitute the x is equals to 1. 2 into 1, 2. 2 minus 1. Okay. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 चा square किती आला 1. 1 minus 3 means what? Minus 2. Okay. If we take x is equals to 2. Okay. If we take x is equals to 2. 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 1, 3. 3 चा square किती आला 9. 9 minus 3. Then you will get 6. Therefore, this image of 2 under z, that is under z is equals to 6. Next, if I take x is equals to 3 and substitute here x is equals to 3, that is 3 into 2, 6. 6 minus 1, 5. 5 is square, 25. 25 minus 3, which is the 20. 25 minus 3, that is a 22. That is the image of 3 is a 22 under GOF. Okay. Okay. In this way, this is the rule. Okay. Now some examples. Now see this here the solved example. If f of x is equals to 2 upon x plus 5 and g of x is equals to x square minus 1, then find FOG of x, GOF at x is equals to 3. Now the first FOG. Okay. Now how to find this FOG? That is FOG of x, and this equals to, that is a f of in bracket g of x. Okay. But what say f of x? F of x काय म्हणतोय? That is equals to 2 upon x plus 5. Whatever that here, it is x plus 5. 2 upon x plus 5. Similarly here, I will write here the f of g of x means what? It is 2. Okay? 2 upon g of x plus 5. Here is a g of x and plus 5. Means replace x by g of x only here. x च्या जागी काय ठेवणार तर g of x ठेवणार. And this is the f of g of x. Okay. Now what is a g of x? G of x means what? X square minus 1. Okay. That is a 2 upon. Substitute the value of this g of x. It is a x square minus 1 plus 5. Again, if you simplify this, then you will get 2 upon x square plus 4. And hence, f of g of x is equals to 2 upon x square plus 4. Okay, this is the, okay. Now the next, and it is here. Also it is written in this manner. FOG of x is equals to f of g of x, that is equals to 2 upon g of x plus 5. Substitute the value of g of x, which is x square minus 5 plus x square minus 1 plus 5. And therefore, f of g of x is equals to 2 upon x square plus 4. This is the first one. What about the second? In second, we want to find out GOF at x is equals to 3. Okay. Again, see this here. GOF at the value of x is a 3. You can see this here. It can be written as G of f of 3. Okay. But what is the f of 3? Substitute here. Replace x by 3 here. Then what you will get? See this here. F of x means what? 2 upon x plus 5. That is 2 upon the value of x is a 3 plus 5. Okay. And that is equals to g of in bracket 2 upon 8. 2 upon 8 means what? G of 1 by 4. Okay. This is the g of 1 by 4. Now what is a g of x? G of x means what? X square minus 1. And hence 1 by 4. It's a bracket square minus 1. And that is equals to 1 upon 16 minus 1. And hence, if we simplify it, then you will get 1 minus 16 upon 16, and that is equals to minus 15 upon 16. Okay, and this is the GOF of x. Okay, this is here. You can see this here. First, GOF of 3 means what? G of f of 3. But what is f of 3? Replace x by 3 means 2 upon 3 plus 5. That is a 2 upon 8 means what? 1 by 4. Then find g of 1 by 4. But what is the g of x? X square minus 1 means what? 1 by 4 bracket square minus 1 means what? 1 by 16 minus 1. If we simplify it, 1 minus 16 upon 16 means what? Minus 15 upon 16. And this is the answer. Okay. Now the next. F of x is equals to x square. G of x is x plus 5. H of x is 1 by 5. Then find, what is that? G O F O H of x. Okay. Now one by one. Okay. The first is G is outside. Then the next bracket, we'll take here curly bracket. Okay. First is G. Then in curly bracket F. Okay. Then in square bracket H and rounded bracket, that is x. Okay. Now one by one. This is G. In curly bracket F. But what is h of x? H of x is 1 upon x. Therefore, I will write here. Instead of h of x, I will write here 1 upon x. Okay. But what is the f of x? F of x म्हणजे काय? The x square. Means what? 1 upon x, it's a square. 1 upon x square. Means what? G of 1 upon x, it's a square. This is the definition of f of x. F of x means what? Whatever that here, it's a square. Whatever that here, it's a square. Means what? 1 upon x square. Now, what is the g of x? G of x means what? That is the x plus 5. Whatever that here, add plus 5 here. Similar here, whatever that here, add plus 5 here. That is 1 upon x square plus 5. Okay. And this is the value of G O F O H of x. Okay. Therefore, G O F O H of x is equals to 1 upon x square plus 5. I will repeat here again. G of f of h of x means what? G of f of h of x. H of x is a 1 upon x. F of 1 upon x means what? F of x कसा define केलेला आहे? Whatever that here quantity, it's a square or number. Therefore here 1 upon x square. And what is the g of x? Whatever that here, add plus 5. That is 1 by x square plus 5. And hence this is the answer. Okay, next. Inverse function. Let f is defined from a to b. Is 1 1 and onto function. And f of x is equals to y. Or x belongs to a. The inverse function, that is f inverse, is defined from b to a, is defined as f inverse of y is equals to x for y is in b, and hence whenever there is an inverse function, it must be onto, okay, and as well as the 1 1 function. Okay, this is the domain of f, range of f. F is defined from x to y, and f1 inverse is defined from y to x, and hence this is called the domain of f inverse, and this is the range of f inverse. Okay, and this is the definition of the inverse of the function. What is that again? I will repeat here. F is defined from a to b, is 1 1 and onto, and f of x is equals to y for x is in a. The inverse function f inverse is defined from b to a, is defined as f inverse of y is equals to x for y is in b. Now the next. Note that f is 1 1 and onto. Every element y in b has a unique element x belongs to capital A associated with y. Also note f o f inverse of x, that is equals to x. Okay. Now the next example, illustrative example. If f is 1 1 on two functions with f of 3 is equals to 7, then f inverse of 7, that is equals to 3. Second example, if f is 1 to 1 on two function, f of x is equals to 9 minus 5x, then what is the f inverse of 1? Okay, now we will find out the value of the f inverse of 1. F inverse of minus 1. F inverse of minus 1 is equals to m. Okay, therefore then minus 1 is equals to f of 1. Okay, what is here? We want to find out the f inverse of minus 1. Then we will consider here, आपण काय consider करणार की f inverse of minus 1 ची value किती तर m आहे. And again we will get here that is the minus 1 is equals to f of m. Okay, and therefore here the keep this minus 1 as it is. What is the function f of x? F of x is equals to 9 minus 5x. Therefore, what is the f of m? F of m is a 9 minus 5m. This is the 9 minus 5m. Simplify this. Half minus 5m left learner and minus 1 right learner. 5m is equals to 9 plus 1, that is a 10. 5m is equals to 10. M is equals to 2. Okay, and that is f of 2 is equals to minus 1. See this here. F inverse of minus 1 ची value find out करायची होती. And suppose it is a m. And then we find the value of m, that is equals to 2. And hence f inverse of minus 1, that is equals to 2. पुन्हा इथे मी repeat करतोय. What we have given, काय दिलेलं आपल्याला? F is 1 1 on two function with f of x is equals to 9 minus 5x. Okay, then find the value of f inverse of minus 1. Let f inverse of minus 1 is m. It means that minus 1 is equals to f of m. Okay, but what is the f of x? 9 minus 5x. Now replace this x by m, that is the minus 1 is equals to 9 minus 5m. Then find the value of m, that is the 5m is equals to 9 plus 1, that is a 10. 5m is equals to 10, therefore m is equals to 10 upon 5, that is m is equals to 2. We have the value of m, that is equals to 2, and this is the f inverse of minus 1, that is equals to m, and hence f inverse of minus 1, that is equals to 2, hence the answer. Okay, now the next. verify that f of x is equals to x minus 5 upon 8 and g of x is equals to 8x plus 5 are the inverse function of each other. Okay. Now f of x is equals to x minus 5 upon 8. Replace this x in f of x with the g of x. Yeah, x is replaced by the g of x. F of g of x is equals to g of x minus 5 upon 8. But what is the g of x? G of x म्हणजे काय? 8x plus 5. Replace the value of g of x, 8x plus 5 minus 5 plus 5 minus 5 get cancelled. You will get 8x upon 8 and hence f of g of x is equals to x. Okay. Now next, g of f of x. Now here again we want to show that g of f of x is also x. Okay. G of f of x is equals to. But what is a g of x? G of x means what? G of x means what? Whatever that here multiplied with 8 plus 5. Similarly, g of f of x means what? 8 into f of x plus 5. But what is f of x? F of x means what? X minus 5 upon 8. Means what? 8 into f of x, substitute the value of f of x. 8 minus 5 upon 8 plus 5. Now simplify. This plus 8, this 8 get cancelled. You will get x minus 5 plus 5. Plus 5 minus 5 get cancelled. Overall, you will get x. And in this way, g of f of x is x and f of g of x is also x. And hence, these are the inverse functions of each other. And hence, f and g are the inverse functions, okay, of each other. पुन्हा तुम्ही ते बघू शकताय. पहिल्यांदा काय फाइंड आउट करायचं? f of g of x. Okay. Then here you will get x. Okay. इथे काय करायची? g of x ची व्हॅल्यू टाकायची. Then define the तो g of x f of x च्या भाषेत लिहायचं. That is f of g of x means what? What is the g of x? F of g of x means what? What is f of x? X minus 5 upon 8. Similarly here, g of x minus 5 upon 8. Only x is replaced by g of x. Then substitute the value of g of x, you will get f of g of x is x. Next, g of f of x. But what is the g of x? G of x means what? 8x plus 5. Similarly, 8 into f of x plus 5. Substitute the value of f of x, you will get again x. Okay. पुन्हा एकदा तुम्ही बघू शकताय. Now the next, determine whether the function f of x is equals to 2x plus 1 upon x minus 3 has inverse. If it exists, find it. F inverse exists only if it is a 1, 1 and the onto. Now the first, consider f of x1 is equals to f of x2. Therefore, 2x1 plus 1 upon x1 minus 3 is equals to 2x2 plus 1 upon x2 minus 3. Okay. Now the next simplification, cross multiplication इथे करणार. 2x1 plus 1 into x2 minus 3 is equals to 2x2 plus 1 into x1 minus 3. पुढे simplification करणार. या 2x1 ने x2 ला multiplication, 2x1 ने या 3 ला multiplication minus 6x1, या 1 ने x2 ला, 1 ने minus 3 ला, 2x2 ने x1 ला, 2x2 ने 3 ला, x1 ने x1 ला, and 1 ne minus 3 la. In this way. And here minus 6x1 plus x2 is equals to minus 6x2 plus x1. And if we simplify, then here you will get x2 is equals to x1. And hence, f is a 1, 1 function. Okay. म्हणजे त्यांच्या images सारखे means what? The elements are also same. Okay. Next, f of x is equals to y. So, y is equals to 2x plus 1 upon x minus 3. F of x is equals to y. So, y is equals to, what is f of x? 2x plus 1 upon x minus 3. Express x as a function of y as follows. Then y is equals to 2x plus 1 upon x minus 3. A simplification करना, cross multiplication करना, and then find the value of x. Find the value of x in terms of the y. Okay. A cross multiplication, that is y into x minus 3 is equals to 2x plus 1. xy minus 3y is equals to 2x plus 1. Okay, xy minus 2x is equals to 3y plus 1. take x as a common, then in bracket y minus 2 is equals to 3y plus 1. Therefore, x is equals to 3y plus 1 upon y minus 2. And here, the range of f of x is r minus 2. If we consider that is the value of y is 2, then it is a non-defined. Hence, the range of f of x is r minus 2, that is a set of real number minus 2. X is defined for all y in the range. Therefore, f of x is the onto function. Okay. A function is 1, 1 and onto. So, f inverse exists. F inverse definition is when the inverse of a function exists. If it is a 1, 1 and onto, then the f inverse of x exists. As f of x is equals to y, so f inverse of y is equals to x. And therefore, f inverse of y is equals to 3y plus 1 upon y minus 2. Okay. Replace x by y, then you will get here that is the f inverse of x is equals to 3x plus 1 upon x minus 2 in this way. Okay. बघू शकता तुम्ही. Find f inverse if exists. This is the f inverse of x. Okay. First, show that it is 1, 1. Next, find the value of x in terms of y. Okay. Then find the range. Then it is on 2. As it is 1, 1 and on 2, f inverse exists. Okay. F inverse of y is equals to x. F inverse of y is equals to 3y plus 1 upon y minus 2. Replace x by y. Then you will get f inverse of x. हे थोड़े tough problems है, याचा थोड़ा सराव करावा लागतो. You have to practice more and more. This type of the problems are very lengthy and it requires more logical thinking also. Okay. Now the next, some special functions. That is a signum function. That is the function f is defined from R to R. F of x is equals to minus 1 if x is negative, is equals to 0 when x is a 0, is equals to 1 when x is a positive, is called the signum function, and it is denoted by sgn of x in this way. Okay, and the figure is like this. Okay, you can have this. It's minus 1 if x is a negative. It is a minus 1 if x is a negative, is equals to 0 when x is equals to 0, is 1 if x is a positive, means here. Okay. Absolute value function, that is a modulus function. Let f is different from R to R. F of x is equals to mod of x. For every x belongs to set of real number, f of x is equals to x is x is greater than or equals to 0, is equals to minus x, where x is less than 0 in this way. Okay, and the graph of this function is like this. It means that y is equals to, once you can take x and y is equals to minus x, then you will have the two types of the lines. First is like this and second is like this. Okay, the range, that is a domain. First is domain, minus infinity to plus infinity. And what about the range? X values कशा असतील minus infinity to plus infinity. Values of y are from 0 to infinity. Values of y are 0 to infinity. Next, greatest integer function, and that is also called the step function. Definition काय त्याचे? For every real x, f of x is equals to mod of x, that is equals to the greatest integer less than or equals to x. Okay, f of x is equals to n. If the x lies between n and n plus 1 and equals to n also, where x belongs to closed interval n and open interval, that is a n plus 1. Closed, semi-closed and open. Okay. Here we have one more example. F of x is equals to minus 2. Okay. And the value of x lies between minus 2 to plus minus 1. X belongs to closed interval minus 2, open to minus 1, is equals to minus 1. F of x is equals to minus 1. The value of x lies between -1 and 0. X belongs to closed -1 and open 0. F of x is equals to 0. The value of x lies between 0 and 1. Okay, x belongs to closed 0 and open 1. F of x is equals to 1 and the value of x lies between 1 and 2. X belongs to, this is the closed 1 and open 2. F of x is equals to 2. The value of x lies between 2 and 3. X belongs to closed 2 and open 3 in this way. Okay, what about it's a graph. The graph first is f of x minus 2. F of x means what? The value of y is minus 2. And it is in this way. Okay. Next, minus 1 here. Next is 0 and 1 and 2. Graph. Okay, what about the domain? Domain is R and the range is I in this way. Okay. Now, in this way, we have completed all the basic and the complicated part and all these all examples before the exercise 2.1. Now we will start the exercise 2.1. Now let us start the exercise 2.1. First question, check the following relations are the function. Now again I will repeat the definition of the function. Let A and B be the two non-empty sets. If every element of the set A is related to 1 and only 1, that is a unique element of the set B, then such a relation is called a function from the set A to the set B. Now see this here. Okay. And here the every element of the set A is related to the elements in the set B. It is a function since every element of A is related to only one element of B. Okay. And hence it is a function. What about the next? Okay. Now see this here. The element R is related to the two elements of the set B. That R is related to B, R is related to D, and hence it is not the function. Since R is related to two elements B and D, therefore it is not the function. Next, again, the element 2 in A do not have image in B. That is a minus 2 is not related any element of the another set. Okay. 2 ला कुठलेच image इथे नाहीये and therefore it is not the function. Minus 2 is not related to any element in the another set. Okay. Now the next. Question number 2. Which set of order pairs represent function from A has the element 1, 2, 3, 4 and 2, B has the element minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, question mark, justify. What is the first relation? 1 is related to 0, 3 is related to 3, 2 is minus 1, 4 is 1 and 2 is 2. Again, see this here. The question, f is defined, that is the 1 is related to 0. See this here, 1 is related to 0, 3 is related to 3, 3 is related to 3, 2 is related to minus 1, 2 is related to minus 1, 4 is related to 1 and again 2 is related to 2. Okay, f is not function here because 2 has two images in another set B. Okay, what are the two images? The two images are image of 2 is minus 1 and image of 2 is a 2. Okay, and therefore f is not the function because 2 belongs to A is related to two distinct elements minus 1 and the 2 belonging to B and hence this relation is not the function. Next, 1, 2. 1 is related to, see this here. Next order pair. First is 1, there is a 1 is related to, 2 is related to minus 1, 2 is related to minus 1, 3 is related to 1, 3 is related to 1, 4 is related to 3, 4 is related to 3. Now f is a function because every element of A is related to only one element of B and since it is the function. Okay, we बघू शकता इथे. Now the next relation, 1 is related to 3. I will write here. 1 is related to 3. Next is a 4 is related to 1. 4 is related to 1. 2 is related to 2. 2 is related to 2. Okay. And what about the 2? That is, the 2 is not related to any element in the set B. That is, f is not function because 3 belongs to A is not related to any element of B, and hence it is not the function. Next is a next relation. 1 is related to 1. Okay, see this here. 1 is related to 1. 2 is related to 1. Here is a 2 is related to 1. 2 is related to 1, and next is a 3 is related to 1. Again 3 is related to 1. 4 is related to 1. Means what? Images of all 1, 2, 3, 4 is the single one. Therefore, f is a function because every element of A is related to only one element of B, and hence it is the function. Now the next question number 3. f of m is equals to m square minus 3m plus 1. Find f of 0. Sopa question hai. That is, m is replaced by 0. f of m is m square minus 3m plus 1. f of 0 is equals to 0 square minus 3 into 0 plus 1. 0 square means 0. 3 into 0 is 0 plus 1. And overall f of 0 is 1. Next is f of minus 3. Again here f of m is equals to m square minus 3m plus 1. Here replace m by minus 3. Therefore f of minus 3 is equals to minus 3 bracket square minus 3 into replaced by m by minus 3 plus 1. Minus 3 square means what? 9. Minus 3 into minus 3 plus 9. And again here plus 1. 9 plus 9, 18 plus 1, and that is equals to 19. Therefore f of minus 3 is equals to 19. That is the value of f of minus 3 is a 19. f of 1 upon 2. Again f of m is equals to m square minus 3m plus 1. Replace again here m by 1 upon 2. And therefore f of 1 upon 2 is equals to 1 upon 2 bracket square minus 3 into 1 upon 2 plus 1. 1 upon 2 bracket square means what? 1 by 4 minus 3 into 1 upon 2 means what? Minus 3 by 2 plus 1. Again, the simplification is very simple here. Overall, that is, you will get minus 1 by 4. 1 by 4 minus 3 by 2 plus 1 means what? 1 by 4 minus 1 upon 2, and overall you will get here minus 1 by 4. Here is a minus 1 by 4. f of 1 upon 2 is equals to minus 1 by 4, and hence this is the value. What is the value of f of x plus 1? Again f of m is m square minus 3m plus 1. f of x plus 1 is x plus 1 bracket square minus 3 into x plus 1 plus 1. X plus 1 bracket square means what? X square plus 2x plus 1 minus 3x minus 3 plus 1. Okay. Now x square, this is the plus 2x minus 3x, you will get minus x. Okay. Plus 1 plus 1, 2. 2 minus 3, that is a minus 1. And hence f of x plus 1 is equals to x square minus x minus 1 in this way. What about the f of minus x? f of m is a m square minus 3m plus 1. Again replace x by minus x. f of minus x is equals to minus x bracket square minus 3 into minus x plus 1. Minus x bracket square means what? X square. Minus minus, that will become plus 1. And therefore f of minus x is equals to x square plus 3x plus 1 in this way. This is the f of minus x in this way. Okay. Now we can find out the values in this way for this question number 3. Easy question hai. बघू शकताय तुम्ही. Okay. Now the next. Find x if the g of x is equals to 0, where g of x is 5x minus 6 upon 7. g of x is equals to 5x minus 6 upon 7. If the g of x is equals to 0, means what? 5x minus 6 upon 7, त्याची व्हॅल्यू किती? तर 0. हे सिम्प्लिफाय करणार. हा 7 0 ला मल्टिप्लाइड होणार. That is a 0. 5x minus 6 is equals to 0. Therefore, here you will get 5x is equals to 6. Therefore, x is equals to 6 upon 5. Okay, this is the value of the x. Next, g of x is equals to 18 minus 2x square upon 7. Again, we want to find out the value of x if the g of x is equals to 0. Therefore, if the g of x is equals to 0, therefore 18 minus 2x square upon 7 is equals to 0. Therefore, 18 minus 2x square, 7 into 0, then you will get the 0. 18 minus 2x square is equals to 0. Therefore, 2x square is equals to 18. Therefore, x square is equals to 9. Take the square root on both sides. म्हणजे हा 2 हा 18 ला डिवाइड होणार. 18 upon 2, then you will get 9. X square is equals to 9. Take the square root on both sides. Then you will get x is equals to plus or minus 3. This is the value of x. Now the next. G of x is equals to 6x square plus x minus 2. Again, if the g of x is equals to 0, then 6x square plus x minus 2 is equals to 0. आता याचे फॅक्टर्स करणार. फर्स्ट टर्म लास्ट टर्म मल्टिप्लिकेशन. किती येणार ते? मायनस इट इज अ 12x square. What are the two numbers such that whose product is minus 12x square and sum is a plus x? The numbers are 4x and the minus 3x. The product of plus 4x minus 3x is a minus 12x square, and then their sum 4x and minus 3x are sum किती येणार? तर x येणार. And in this way, take the common from this is the 2x, then in bracket 3x plus 2. या दोघांना common किती? तर minus 1. Then in bracket 3x plus 2. When you take the minus sign common, then the sign of these terms are changes from plus to minus and minus to plus. Here both of them have the minus sign and therefore it is a plus. And again take the common 3x plus 2 and then the remaining terms 2x minus 1. This is a minus 1 and it is here. Again the next simplification 2x plus 2 is equals to 0. Sorry, 3x plus 2 is equals to 0 or 2x minus 1 is a 2x minus 1 is equals to 0. Therefore, 3x is equals to minus 2 and hence x is equals to minus 2 upon 3. Similarly here, 2x is equals to 1 and x is equals to 1 upon 2 in this way. Okay. तुम्ही बघू शकता पुन्हा हे. आता question number 5. Find x if f of x is equals to g of x. But what is the value of f of x? F of x is equals to x raised to 4 plus 2x square and g of x is equals to 11x square. F of x is equals to g of x raised to 4 plus 2x square is equals to 11x square. Again the simplification. Ha 11x square left hand side la आणणार. 2x square minus 11x square. Then you will get minus 9x square. Therefore x raised to 4 minus 9x square is equals to 0. Take x square as a common. Then in bracket you will get x square minus 9 is equals to 0. Now x square is equals to 0. X square minus 9 is equals to 0 means what? X square is equals to 9. Take the square root. X square चा square root किती आला? x आला. X square is equals to 9. Take the square root. Then here you will get x is equals to plus or minus 3. And hence the values of x are 0 or x is equals to plus or minus 3. Easy question है तो. Okay. Now the next. If f of x is equals to x square plus 3, where the value of x is less than or equals to 2. F of x is equals to 5x plus 7, where x is greater than 2. Then find f of 3. आता f of 3 साठी फंक्शन कोणता घेणार? इथे हा फंक्शन एक्झिस्ट आहे, पण केव्हा? the values of x is less than or equals to 2. हा फंक्शन एक्झिस्ट आहे. f of x is equals to 5x plus 7 when x is a greater than 2. म्हणजेच f of 3 साठी आपण 5x plus 7 हा फंक्शन घेणार. Therefore f of 3 is equals to 5x plus 7. f of 3 is equals to 5x plus 7 at x is equals to 3. Replace here x by 3. 5 into 3 plus 7. 5 into 3 means what? 15. 15 plus 5, that is a 22. And hence f of 3 is equals to 22. Okay. Next, आपल्याला कसली व्हॅल्यू फाइंड आउट करायची? f of 2. मग f of 2 कुठे असेल? तर इथे x is less than or equals to. इथे कसं आहे फंक्शन? f of x is equals to 5x plus 7. केव्हा? x is a greater than 2, strictly greater than 2. Here x is a less than or equals to. x ची व्हॅल्यू 2 असेल तर हा फंक्शन सिलेक्ट करायचा, which is x square plus 3. Therefore f of 2 is equals to x square plus 3 at x is equals to 2. Replace x by 2. 2 square plus 3. 2 चा स्क्वेअर किती आला 4. 4 plus 3 that is a 7. Therefore f of 2 is a 7 in this way. Okay. पुन्हा तुम्ही इथे बघू शकता हे. नेक्स्ट f of 0. आता आपल्याला f of 0 फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे. मग कुठला फंक्शन घेता येईल आपल्याला? x is less than or equals to 2. म्हणजे काय? की 2, 1, 0 त्यासाठी हा फंक्शन which is that x square plus 3. Therefore f of 0 is equals to x square plus 3 where x is equals to 0. Okay. X is replaced by 0. 0 square plus 3. Overall you will get f of 3. F of 0 that is equals to 3. Okay. Here important है the values of x. Okay. Next question number 7. If f of x is equals to 4x minus 2, that is x is less than or equals to minus 3, f of x is equals to 5. For x, the value of x lies between minus 3 and plus 3. F of x is equals to x square, where x is greater than or equals to 3. Now first we'll find out the value of f of minus 4. आता f of minus 4 साठी फंक्शन कुठला घेणार? तर हा घेणार आपण. का? The values of x is a less than or equals to minus 3. म्हणजे minus 3, minus 4, minus 5 या प्रकारे. Therefore, I will write here the f of x is equals to 4x minus 2. Okay. And therefore, f of minus 4 that is equals to 4 into minus 4 minus 2 and that is equals to minus 16 minus 2 and that is equals to minus 18 and therefore f of minus 4 is equals to minus 18 in this way. Okay. Now the next. This is f of minus 4. What about the f of minus 3? Now minus 3 साठी कुठला फंक्शन घेणार? तर 4x minus 2. कारण की इथे x is less than or equals to minus 3. Therefore here I will take f of x is equals to first function. What is that? 4x minus 2. 4x minus 2. Okay. Therefore f of minus 3 is equals to 4 into in bracket minus 3 minus 2 and their product is minus 12 minus 2 and then you will get minus 14 and therefore f of minus 3 that is equals to minus 14. Okay. Then I will repeat here. Minus 3 कुठे येतो? तर पहिल्या याच्यात 4x minus 2. Okay. 4 into minus 3 minus 12 minus 12 minus 2 minus 14. F of minus 3 is a minus 14. What about the next? F of 1. मग f of 1 साठी कुठला फंक्शन घेणार? The values of x lies between minus 3 and the plus 3. Minus 3 and plus 3 म्हणजे काय? x ची व्हॅल्यू minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1 आणि 2. त्यासाठी हा फंक्शन. But it is a constant function. Therefore, f of x that is equals to 5. But what is the value of f of 1 then? F of 1 that is equals to 5. It's a constant function. तिथे व्हेरिएबल नाहीये. त्याची व्हॅल्यू डायरेक्ट किती येणार तर ते 5. ओके. नाउ दी f of 5. पुन्हा f of 5 कुठला फंक्शन घेणार? x is a greater than or equals to 3. f of x is equals to x square. Okay. f of x is equals to x square. This is the f of x and that is equals to x square. Therefore, f of 5 is equals to 5 square and that is equals to 25. Therefore, f of 5 is equals to 25 and this is the answer in this way. त्यासाठी फंक्शन सिलेक्ट करणे इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. त्यासाठी हा दिलेला इंटरवल कोणत्या टाइपचा आहे तो जास्त महत्त्वाचा आहे. It's important that consider this interval And considering this interval and the value of x, select the particular function, substitute the value of x, then you will get the value of the function. Okay. Now the next, if f of x is equals to 3x plus 5, g of x is equals to 6x minus 1, then find f plus g bracket complete of x. Means what? F of x is a 3x plus 5, g of x is a 6x minus 1. In bracket f plus g of x is equals to f of x plus g of x. Means what? Addition of these two functions. f of x is 3x plus 5, g of x is 6x minus 1. 3x plus 6x, that is a 9x. 5 minus 1, that is a 4. Therefore, in bracket f plus g of x is equals to 9x plus 4 in this way. Okay. Next, b घेणार आपण यामध्ये. If f of x is equals to 3x plus 5, g of x is equals to 6x minus 1, then find in bracket f minus g at the 2. Okay, f minus g at the 2 means what? F of 2 minus g of 2. But what is f of x? F of x is a 3x minus 3x plus 5. म्हणजे x is replaced by 2. 3 into 2 plus 5. 3 into 2 plus 5. What is the g of x? 6x minus 1. What is the g of 2? 6 into 2 minus 1. 3 into 2, 6. 6 plus 5, 11. 6 into 2, 12. 12 minus 1, again 11. 11 minus 11, then you will get 0. And therefore, in bracket f minus g at the 2, that is equals to 0. Okay. Now the next, if f of x is equals to 3x plus 5, g of x is equals to 6x minus 1, then find f into g at 3. Okay. Means what? F of 3 into g of 3. Replace x by 3. Okay. Replace x by 3. That is a 3 into 3 plus 5 for this function. 3 into 3 plus 5. G of 3 means what? Replace here x by 3. 6 into 3 minus 1. 6 into 3 minus 1. 3 into 3, 9. 9 plus 5, 14. This is 18 minus 1. That's a 17. The product is 238. 14 into 17. Okay. तसे तुम्ही multiplication ते करू शकता. Okay. Next, if f of x is equals to 3x plus 5, g of x is 6x minus 1, then find f upon g of x and its a domain. हे find out करायचं आपल्याला. That f upon g of x upon g of x, 3x plus 5, g of x is a 6x minus 1. What is f of x? 3x plus 5, g of x is a 6x minus 1. F upon g of x is not defined if this denominator is 0. Means what? 6x minus 1 is equals to 0. And here जर आपण simplify केलं, that is 6x is equals to 1. Therefore, x is equals to 1 upon 6. Is not defined if x is equals to 1 by 6. And therefore, the domain of this is that r minus 1 by 6. Means what? Set of real number 1 by 6 number delete करायचा. Then this is nothing but the domain of this f upon g of x. Okay. Easy question. Now the question number 9. F of x is equals to 2x square plus 3. G of x is equals to 5x minus 2. Then find FOG. F of x is equals to 2x square plus 3. G of x is 5x minus 2. FOG of x means what? F of g of x. But what is the g of x? G of x value काय? This g of x. G of x is a 5x minus 2. Therefore, f of, substitute the value of g of x, 5x minus 2. But what is the value of the f of x? F of x म्हणजे काय? 2x square plus 3. Means what? 2 into 5x minus 1 bracket square and plus 3. Okay. And here again you can write like this. What is the f of g of x? F of g of x. F of g of x means what? 2 g of x. Okay. 2 into g of x bracket square plus 3. And this is nothing but 2 times. What is the g of x? G of x is a 5x minus 2 and it's a bracket square plus 3. That is the 2 times 5x minus 2 bracket square plus 3. And next simplification. 5x minus 2 bracket square करना. That is a 2 into 25x square minus 2 into 5x into 2 means what? 20x. That is the next is a 2 square means what? 4 plus 3. Next simplification. 2 into 25x square means what? 50x square. 2 into 20x means what? 40x. 2 into 4 means what? 8. 8 plus 3 that is 11. And hence this is the FOG of x. Okay. Next. If f of x is equals to 2x square plus 3, g of x is equals to 5x minus 2. Then find g of f of x. Okay. Now what is the g of f of x? म्हणजे काय? G of x means what? 5x minus 2. Similarly here, 5 times f of x minus 2. But what is the f of x? F of x is a 2x square plus 3. 2x square plus 3 bracket complete minus 2. And then simplify this. That is a 5 into 2x square plus 3 minus 2. 5 into 2x square means what? 10x square. 5 into 3 is a 15. 15 minus 3 minus 2. Then you will get 13. And hence GOF of x, that is the G of f of x is equals to 10x square plus 13. Next, if f of x is equals to 2x square plus 3, again you can see this here. हे पण बघू शकताय तुम्ही. Okay. Now the third one. See. If f of x is equals to 2x square plus 3 and g of x is equals to 5x minus 2, then find f of f. It's very simple. Means what? F of x. Okay. Now what is f of x? F of x is it means that 2 f of x bracket square. Okay. That is f of x म्हणजे काय? 2x square. Whatever that here, it's a square. 2 times it's a square plus 3. Means what? 2 times f of x square plus 3. 2 times f of x bracket square. But what is f of x? F of x is a 2x square plus 3. Here is a 2x square plus 3 and it's a bracket square plus 3. And hence 2 in bracket 2x square plus 3 bracket square plus 3. Again the simplification. 2x square plus 2 bracket square means what? 4x raised to 4 plus 2 into 2x square into 3 means what? 12x raised to 4. नंतर 3 चा स्क्वेअर किती तर 9. आणि पुढे simplification. 2 into 4x raised to 4 that is 8x raised to 4. 2 into 12x raised to 2 means what? 20x square. 2 into 9 means what? 18. 18 plus 3 that is a 21. Okay. And hence the FOF of x or f of x, f of x is equals to 8x raised to 4 plus 24x square plus 21 in this way. Next, if f of x is equals to 2x square plus 3, g of x is equals to 5x minus 2, then find GOG. Okay, GOG means what? G of x. But what is the g of x? G of x means what? 5 times x minus 2. Similarly here, 5 times g of x minus 2. Okay, 5 into g of x. What is the g of x? G of x is the 5x minus 2 and here is a minus 2. Okay, that is a 5 into 5x means what? You will get 25x minus 10 minus 2 and then you will get here 25x minus 12. Okay, 25x minus 12. Okay, you can see this here. And in this way, we have completed the whole chapter, that is the chapter number 2, function. Now we'll see in the next video. Next video is for the miscellaneous exercise. Now we'll see in the next video. Till then, goodbye.